I feel so delighted to be doing this. I am Oluwagbemiga Oyinlola. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a medical social worker at the University College Hospital, but currently pursuing my PhD at McGill School of Social Work in Canada. And it's African Social Work Day, and we call it African Day INDABA. It's a program we do annually, and then this program has been, I think this is the second episode, and I feel so delighted to be doing this as the master of the ceremony. And being the master of the ceremony, I have the obligatory right to introduce eminent scholars. And as a young social worker from Africa, I feel so honored at the same time to introduce a lot of professors, scholars, and practitioners who I consider as fathers and mothers in the field of social work.
So thank you so much, Olu, for starting the gathering today and for playing the African anthem for us. Welcome and happy Africa Day to everyone. My name is Rugare. I'm Mugumbate. I'm the convening officer for the Africa Social Work Network. Within the network, I'm a mentor for the Kuumba Mentoring Group, but also an investigator in the Ubuntu Research Group. I currently work for the University of Wollongong in Australia, but I'm also a senior research associate. That's an honorary position with the University of Johannesburg. And I'm an associate editor of the African Journal of Social Work. So this year, the African Union theme is centered around the AfCFTA, which is basically about accelerating free trade on the African continent. Why is this necessary? It's necessary for economic development. It's also necessary to address inequality, which is in most cases, inequality results from programs that do not focus on economic emancipation, especially of vulnerable groups. As we can see, the African Union is focused on women. It's also focused on youth, but more broadly to address poverty on the continent. The AfCFTA is African Union's flagship program under Agenda 2063. Agenda 2063 has different aspirations, about 7 aspirations about how Africa intends to address the challenges that the people of Africa face. It has got its headquarters, that's the AfCFTA, in Accra, Ghana. It was adopted in 2018 in Kigali. It was a result of work that was led by His Excellency Paul Kagame to revamp the work of the African Union to focus on economic issues. And this resonates very well with what we aim for as social workers in Africa. We want to go beyond social warfare. We want to go beyond community work to ensure that we deal with economic issues impacting the continent. The whole idea is aimed at creating a single African market for goods and services. This is seen through free movement of goods. This is seen through improvement in food security, but also structural transformation. And these are all crucial issues towards realizing a free trade area. As you know, Africa is a large continent with 50 countries, so put together they form the largest free trade area globally. And this work is not only moved by the African Union, but regional economic communities, including the SADC, the East African Community, and ECOWAS. The whole idea is around eliminating trade barriers and to boost intra-Africa trade. And AfCFTA is playing an important role in doing that. Of course, there are several barriers. For those who know, there is now a war in Sudan. Those are all barriers to the achievement of free trade and economic development on the African continent. And it's not only war, but there are many, several other issues that impact on the development of free trade on the African continent. So today we are hearing from two speakers. These are Samuel Okechi Okafo from Nigeria, as well as Dr. Noah Morizo from Zimbabwe. They will touch on issues to do with socio-economic development, and I will not preempt their speeches. We'll wait to hear from the two speakers. We also have got awards that the African Social Work Network is going to give today. Last year, one award was given for those who were here. That was to Vivek from Mauritius, but these have been expanded to include a Social Development Worker Award, a Lifetime Achievement Award, Musée Award, Student Award, Social Work Education Award, and the like. We'll hear more from our Master of Ceremony about these awards. What were we looking for? We're looking for work that is happening or that has been done in Africa and has impacted people positively, as seen in videos, pictures, as well as other forms of evidence. And we asked nominees to provide evidence. Winners who not get a financial reward, we don't have those resources, but we think giving certificates is an important part of recognizing the important work that people are doing in Africa. And those who are here today will be able to provide speeches. So a bit more about the ASWANET before I finish my opening remarks. The ASWANET creates and aggregates and disseminates information to facilitate social work on the African continent. We believe in African knowledges, recognizing African knowledges and the important role they will play in social work as well as development. At the center of this, of course, is recognition of African languages. What are our values? We are African focused. We focus on least cost activities. Most of the activities that we do cost nothing, including this event we are doing. We align our work with the African Union. We believe in Ubuntu as Africa's philosophy. We believe in decolonizing, but also collaboration. What's the work of the ASWANET? We've got a website. I've provided the details of the website there. The website was the African Journal of Social Work, which is AJO and Scopus accredited. There are also two other journals. We do this INDABA. We do an annual Ubuntu lecture. We started last year and we'll be doing another one this year, end of November. We do a students conference. The first one is on 16 June, and we've got an organizing committee of students already working around this. 16 June is Day of the African Child. We have got an Ubuntu research group. We've got the African Independent Ethics Committee, a mentoring group called Kuumba. Then we also do the awards. And if you check on our website, you also find decolonization calculators that you can use to judge yourself in terms of what you are doing in decolonizing. The website contains information about journals, about policies. There's a dictionary there. There are theories, there are philosophies, there are methods of research. There's a blog. There are also lectures and presentations on our YouTube channel. The structure of ASWANET is very simple. We've got 100 plus registered members. We receive no funding. We are all volunteers. The structure is also very flat. We work through committees, task forces, groups, and boards. We've got a convening officer and communications officer. My role is that of convening officer for the ASWANET. There are many events. There are not many events that we do, but we try to maximize and have impact. One of them is what we are doing today. There's the student conference in June. So today we do this work with ASWA. Then we've got Wazee, Day of Older Persons, who are doing this with ASWA in October. Then we've got the Ubuntu annual lecture. So finally, a bit more about the student conference. This is coming on 16 June. I invite you to encourage your students to participate. Abstracts are now closed. They won't be able to submit abstracts, but they will be able to attend the conference on 16 June. So please encourage your students to attend. Why this conference? We want to build future leadership. We want to mentor our young social workers to build their conferencing skills, knowledge sharing, but also commemorating the Day of the African Child. So I want to welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy the discussions. Let us learn together. Let us learn from each other. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the convener of the African Social Work Network. I felt I resonated so much with everything you've said because I'm one of the beneficiary of this network and being one of the mentee. And yeah, it's been an exciting journey.